UFC 313, Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev is on our doorstep. Okay, this is not a drill. We're seeing it. We are seeing Ankalaev Pereira. Great card last week. Didn't do so great on picks, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. That's completely fine. Listen, the chips are on the table. The chips are on the table. It's time to perform now. The predictions are coming through this week. Plenty of research done for this card. Feeling great. Feeling revitalized. Ready for an actual good pay-per-view. Let's go. Starting off on the early prelims and in the main event, Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Now I'm going to confidently go with Chris Gutierrez here. He has much better exits on exchanges. Quite good on the feet. John Castaneda, not much to offer on the feet, not a lot of knockout power. Has relied on ground game in a lot of his fights, but his last fight really against the I forgot his name, the Peruvian, couldn't really get him down and couldn't do anything meaningful with it when he got him to some concerning positions. Chris Gutierrez, incredible low kicks, really chops the legs, and he proves great cardio. He proves completely fine cardio for a 3-rounder. Can comfortably push in the 3rd round. We've not seen that from John Castaneda exactly. He's a bit more, slows down a lot more in the 3rd round. I think this is an easy Chris Gutierrez decision win. That's what I'd go with. Confident with that. And up the card. Next up, we have an extremely difficult one to predict, in my opinion. There's just not too much very available information-wise on these two fighters, Ozzy Diaz and Jordan Santos. Jordan Santos beat Will Curry on the Contender Series by decision. And, that's all we really know about him, I'll be honest. It was a good showing, but Will Curry isn't a stand-up guy. This guy beat him in the stand-up quite clearly. Will Curry looked lost. Okay, it wasn't pretty, but had great defensive takedowns. Defense of takedowns. He just looked like a regular, I don't know, just average middleweight. It's hard to say. It's really going off one fight for almost both of these. It's not the greatest. Looked to have a chin. Did he? I can't even remember if he got hit from what I saw, but yeah, fuck this fight. But Ozzy Diaz, UFC debut against Zhang Mingyang. Now, Zhang Mingyang, we yet to see how good he is, but 2 fights in, 2 very clean KOs. He's got power. He's got Chinese power. That's not a loss to scoff at from Ozzy Diaz, to be honest. That's completely fine, especially since it's UFC debut. It is what it is. I see Zhang Mingyang being a contender, in about a year or 2. No, a year. He'll definitely be a top 15, I think. But Ozzy Diaz is just a bit fat, especially in that fight. He's very just a bit chubby. Now, Jordan Santos looked very good. He went pouncing out in the 3rd round of his fight with Will Curry. I just don't trust Ozzy Diaz. He's not seen anywhere out of the 2nd round in his career, except for one fight in 2014. This is Ozzy Diaz. He's not seen the 2nd round since 2014. I don't think Jordan Santos is going to get finished. I have a hunch. It's I don't have a lot to go off here, I'll be honest. But Ozzy Diaz does have that belly fat. I just don't believe that he'd have the best cardio going into the 2nd and 3rd. And you see, with a lot of these people who get these massive finishing streaks outside of the UFC, come into the UFC and immediately, they get taken a 3-rounder, and it could be really difficult for them, or they suffer a difficult loss. So I'm going to go with Jordan Santos by decision. No, will I? I think I think Ozzy Diaz exhausts come the end of round 2. That's what I'm predicting. End of round 2, he's exhausted. Jordan Santos senses it, goes in for the finish, ends up getting a ground and pound, or maybe just a standing TKO. Yeah, I'll go with that. I think that's an alright prediction. Jordan Santos TKO 2nd round. Next up on the card, new shirt. Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall. I think if Francis Marshall was more dynamic in his takedowns, if he had more than just a double leg, I think he'd have a chance against Myron Santos. Definitely doesn't have a chance on the feet. Lead leg will get chewed up in that in that first round. He's forced to grapple. And Myron Santos is a very short torso, big long legs, great counter puncher, especially when people are going in. So I definitely think he's going to get the better of him in all striking exchanges, but there is a chance Marshall takes him down and does, either submit him or I don't think he'll ground and pound, but I don't think so. I think Myron Santos has this. Because Francis Marshall just shoots double legs, and he'll be able to time a knee or something like a shovel hook to just I don't know. But Myron Santos round 2 TKO. That's what I'm going with. Next up, Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. I don't care about this too much. Alex Morono looked alright in his last fight, looked pretty good. So I'm going to pick him. Can't wait to. Bruno Ferreira versus Arnold Petrosian. Now, Bruno Ferreira is so entertaining. He's so good. I picked him against Abbas Magomedov, but I think if I remember correctly, he has downs. At least, at very least, he has downs. Maybe something worse. I think I forgot exactly what happened. I just don't trust his IQ. He's a very good brawler, very short, stocky. Has good power in his hands. Arnold Petrosian's good. And I know he just lost to Shara. Arnold Petrosian wins this. He's the better fighter. He's the better, more technical striker. Bruno Ferreira, his ground game's lacking. There's 1-1 with Shara. Shara's good, but NDP is way better. And it's not he beats him, so he'll beat him. It's much more about styles. I think Arnold Petrosian has this. I'll go decision. I don't think Ferreira's getting knocked out, so I'll go 29-28 decision. Next up, Ray Saruya versus Joshua Van. Now, love Joshua Van, but he's untested in actual proper submission grappling. He got held down by Cody Durden in his last fight, and that was just boring for the first round. Ray Saruya and the likes of Tatsuya Taira would do something in them positions, actual good grapplers. But Durden didn't, he just held him, and it was boring. But Ray Saruya, he's gonna sub Van. I don't think Van's gonna have a chance to use his fantastic striking, so gonna have to say Ray Saruya first round sub. That's just how it happens. Striker versus decent, pretty damn good grappler, so that's the way it goes. Next up the card, we have Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. What's the point? It's boring. Curtis Blades round 1 knockout. Absolute Dagestani bum. Right, I'm going to speedrun the rest of these. I've not got much time. Ruffy versus Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green's a bit washed. I think his chin's not there. Ruffy's good. I don't think he's gonna get the knockout there. I think it might wobble Bobby Green on the feet. Probably pull some shenanigans like he usually does. But I'll go Ruffy by decision. Up next, Amanda Lemos versus Jasmine Lucinda. I don't give a fuck about women's MMA. Amanda Lemos. Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I'm going to Jalen Turner purely because I think they are very similar. They are very similar in frame. Honestly, quite similar. Might be a retard take, but I'd say they're quite similar. But Jalen Turner has that higher level experience with better opponents. I think he has more proven power in his hands than Bahamondes, but maybe I'm wrong. Gaethje versus Fiziev. Gaethje just can't win fights. How is this not a 5 round? Oh, yeah, because it would have been 5 rounds, but short notice. Uh, I'll go Physio. Physio by decision. Alex Pereira and Kalayev. Pereira hasn't looked like he's locked in recently. It looks like he's kind of been slacking, but I mean, who knows? He wouldn't be slacking really. You can't expect him to slack. So leg kicks and all. We saw what they did. What Blahovic did to Ankalaev with them leg kicks. Yeah, I'll go Alex Pereira. Who cares? I don't think. I don't know. He doesn't even wrestle too much. Ankalaev either. He leaves it too late. Unless he's smart and he goes off the rip trying to push for takedowns here. But I don't know. I've got Alex Pereira. Lovely. What a great card also.